What happens when cities, once full of life, are suddenly abandoned and left to rot? From ghost towns to places consumed by nature, there are spots on Earth that seem like they are from a movie set. These are the places no one expected to be abandoned. But they did. In this video, we're taking you through the 10 most abandoned places on Earth where decay, destruction, and time have transformed entire cities into forgotten ruins. Get ready as we unravel the stories behind these locations. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to know everything about this world. Now let's get started with number 10, Centralia. Centralia used to be a small mining town in Pennsylvania. Now it's completely abandoned. The reason? There's a fire burning underground, and it's been going since 1962. It started in an old coal mine, and no one expected it to spread. But it did, fast. The fire moved through the coal seams under the town. Smoke started rising from the ground. Roads cracked open. People got sick. Sinkholes began appearing without warning, even swallowing a kid once. That's when it became clear the town wasn't safe anymore. Over the years, almost every resident was forced to leave. Homes were demolished, businesses shut down, and streets were blocked off. Today, only a few structures remain. The town looks post-apocalyptic, quiet, empty, with graffiti-covered roads and steam still rising from the earth. Experts say the fire could burn for another 200 years. Centralia is still there, but it's not alive. It's one of the most abandoned places on Earth, a silent reminder of a disaster that never stopped. Number 9, Hutuan. Hutuan was once a busy fishing village on Shengshan Island, off the east coast of China. Now it's completely abandoned. Nature has taken over. Houses are covered in vines. Streets are hidden under thick green plants. It looks like the jungle swallowed the whole place. The village started dying out in the 1990s. Life there was hard, too remote, not enough resources, and no easy access to schools or hospitals. Slowly, families left for better opportunities on the mainland. One by one, homes were emptied, shops closed, boats stopped coming. Now Houtuan is frozen in time, but it's not silent. You can hear the wind, the birds, and the plants brushing against old buildings. The walls are still standing, but the roofs are collapsing. Windows are broken and moss covers everything. Tourists come now, but not to stay, just to see what's left. It's a strange mix of beauty and decay, a place where a village lost to time has become one with the earth again. Number 8, Pyramiden, Norway. Pyramiden is an abandoned Soviet mining town on the island of Svalbard, deep in the Arctic Circle. It's cold, remote, and completely frozen in time. Once home to over 1,000 people, now it's just empty buildings, icy streets, and silence. The town was built by the Soviets in the 1930s. It had everything: a school, a theater, a gym, even a greenhouse to grow vegetables in the middle of the Arctic. It was meant to be a model town, showing Soviet strength even in the harshest place on Earth. But in 1998, it was all shut down. The mine closed and everyone left. Fast. They left behind furniture, books, tools, like they were coming back. But they never did. Everything is still there, just frozen. The cold keeps it preserved. It's like walking into the past. Today, Pyramiden is a ghost town. Tourists visit, but no one lives there. Only a few caretakers stay during summer. The red Soviet star still stands at the edge of town, surrounded by Arctic winds and polar bears. It's one of the most isolated, abandoned places on Earth, and maybe the coldest. Number 7, Varosha. Varosha was once a luxury beach resort in Cyprus, famous, rich, full of life. Celebrities came here. Tourists filled the hotels. The beaches were packed. But in 1974, everything stopped. When Turkey invaded Cyprus, Varosha was sealed off and frozen in place. Everyone fled. Houses, Restaurants and hotels were left behind just as they were. Food still on the tables, clothes in closets, cars in driveways. The entire city was fenced off by the military, and no one was allowed back in. For decades, it sat there, empty, decaying, and untouched. Nature started creeping back. Trees grew through buildings. Windows shattered. Walls crumbled. But everything still looked like a city that had just gone silent overnight. A paradise turned ghost town in a matter of hours. Only recently has access been allowed to parts of Varosha, but it's still under military control. No one lives there. No one owns anything anymore. It stands as a frozen memory of a conflict that never really ended. A beachfront dream that became one of the most haunting abandoned places in the world. Number 6, Krakow. Krakow sits high on a hill in southern Italy, and it looks like something straight out of a movie. Stone buildings, narrow alleys, and a castle tower over the cliffs. But no one lives here anymore. It's completely abandoned. The town was once full of life. It had farms, homes, and churches. But over time, the ground under Krakow became unstable. Landslides started hitting the area hard. Buildings cracked. Roads split open. People were forced to leave. Then in 1980, an earthquake finished the job. The town was evacuated for good. Now Krakow is a skeleton of the past. The buildings still stand, but barely. Walls are crumbling. Nature is pushing in. It's quiet, still, and untouched, like time just gave up on it. There's no traffic, no noise, just wind echoing through stone streets. Today it's used as a filming location and a tourist stop. But nobody stays overnight. It's not just abandoned, it feels haunted. Krakow is one of those places that looks frozen in history, beautiful, broken, and completely empty. Number 5, Oradour-sur-Glane, France. Oradour-sur-Glane isn't just abandoned, it's a preserved tragedy. In 1944, during World War II, Nazi soldiers entered this quiet village in France and killed 642 people, men, women, and even children. The entire town was destroyed in one afternoon. After the war, the French government decided not to rebuild it. Instead, they left it exactly as it was. Burned out buildings, bullet holes in the walls, rusted cars in the streets. Everything was left untouched, as a memorial to the people who died there. Walking through Oradour today feels heavy. The silence is different. You see schools, shops, homes, everything frozen in the middle of normal life. But there's no one left, just shadows of what used to be. The new village was built nearby, but the original town still stands in ruins. No one lives there. No one ever will. It's not just an abandoned place, it's a reminder of what people are capable of and why history can't be forgotten. Oradour-sur-Glane is quiet, but it speaks louder than most places on Earth. Number 4, Body, California. Body was once a booming gold rush town in the late 1800s. At its peak, it had over 10,000 people, dozens of saloons, gambling halls, and more crime than you could count. It was wild, rich, and dangerous. But like most gold towns, the glory didn't last. When the gold ran out, so did the people. Slowly, businesses shut down, families left, buildings were boarded up, and the desert started creeping in. By the 1940s, Bodie was a ghost town. Today, it's frozen in a state called arrested decay. That means everything is left exactly how it was found. Nothing rebuilt, just preserved. You can still see old beds in houses, bottles in bars, tools in sheds. It's like everyone just vanished one day. Dusty streets, wooden shacks, and a silence that stretches for miles. Body isn't fake or made for tourists. It's the real deal. A raw piece of American history left out in the open. Now a state historic park, no one lives there, but the stories remain. Bodhi didn't just disappear, it slowly faded into legend. Number 3, Kolmanskop. Kolmanskop was once the heart of Namibia's diamond boom. In the early 1900s, this small desert town was home to some of the richest people in the world. The buildings were luxurious, imported tiles, crystal chandeliers, and even a private hospital. But it didn't last long. By the 1950s, the diamond mines ran dry and the town slowly emptied out. People packed up, left their homes, and never returned. Today, Kolmanskop is a ghost town, sitting alone in the desert. The buildings remain, frozen in time, dusty rooms with old furniture still in place, wall clocks frozen at specific moments, the heat of the desert seeping through cracked windows. It's like walking through a time capsule. Kolmanskop is now a popular tourist spot, but it's not commercialized. It's raw. Everything is left as it was when the town was abandoned, an eerie snapshot of a once thriving community that vanished. Surrounded by endless sand dunes, Kolmanskop looks like it's slowly being swallowed by the desert. Yet it still stands, a relic of greed, wealth, and the fleeting nature of fortune. Number 2, Hashima Island, Japan. Hashima Island, also known as Gunkanjima, or Battleship Island, is one of the most famous abandoned places in the world. Just off the coast of Nagasaki, Japan, it was once a booming coal mining hub in the 20th century. At its peak, thousands of people lived on this tiny island, packed into high-rise concrete buildings with no space to breathe. But in the 1970s, the coal ran out. The island was shut down and everyone left. Today, Hashima is a skeleton of the past. Buildings crumbling, windows shattered, and the once bustling streets completely silent. It's like the island was abandoned overnight. The steel and concrete structures stand like silent sentinels. Nature is slowly creeping in, but the island's eerie, decaying beauty makes it feel like a place frozen in time. Hashima was closed off to the public for years, but now tourists can visit, though only on guided tours, since the structures are dangerous. It's a haunting reminder of industrial greed and the short-lived rise and fall of places built for profit. Once a symbol of Japan's industrial power, now it's a forgotten, rusting island lost in the ocean. Number 1, Pripyat, Ukraine. Pripyat was a vibrant city in the Soviet Union, home to workers at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, their families, and a thriving community. The city had everything: schools, theaters, swimming pools, parks. It was a modern Soviet dream. But on April 26, 1986, that dream turned into a nightmare. The Chernobyl disaster unleashed deadly radiation across the area. Pripyat was evacuated within 36 hours, but it was already too late. The city had been poisoned. The streets, the homes, everything was contaminated. Today, Pripyat is a ghost town. Buildings stand empty, some half collapsed, others untouched. Toys are still scattered in playgrounds. Old Soviet relics remain in apartments. The city is frozen in time. But it's not just abandoned, it's dangerous. Radiation still lingers in certain spots, and while it's mostly safe for brief visits, it's a place where nature has taken over in a strange, eerie way. Pripyat is a haunting reminder of the cost of a disaster that changed the world forever. What was once a thriving community is now an empty, radioactive ruin, an urban wasteland locked in the past. And that's a wrap on the world's most abandoned places. From forgotten towns to decaying ruins, these locations remind us of how quickly the world can change. If you found these ghost towns as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more incredible stories from the forgotten corners of the earth. Until next time, stay curious.